Time now for the STOHD.com Diamond in the Rough, and it's 22-year-old left-handed reliever Matt Packer. STOHD.com's Tony Lastoria says the Indians drafted him in the 32nd round last year out of the University of Virginia. He was a summer draft and follow as the Indians followed him over the summer in the Cape Cod League. Like what they saw, signed him just before the August 17th signing deadline. And Jason, just for the folks out there that aren't 100% sure, explain the draft and follow.
Well, anytime that you have a draft and follow, you draft this player early, like you said, 32nd round, and then you just follow him through the summer. You don't sign him right away. You make sure that this is the kid that you want, and before he goes back to school, you have the opportunity to sign this kid.
There you go. Good stuff. All right, read more about Indians prospects every week on Minor Happenings on STOHD.com and also in Tony's book listing the 100 top tribe prospects. Welcome back here to Indians Minor League Magazine. One of the players that we focus on quite a bit is a guy that maybe starts at the Class A level and makes it all the way up to the majors. Now we're focusing on a manager who's doing that same thing. Aaron Holbert used to be in Lake County. Now he's in Kinston at the level there. Let's take a look with Chris Haymeyer at this manager rising up the Indians system with Indians Minor League Insider.
Joining me is the new manager of the K-Tribe, Aaron Holbert, in his first year here in Kinston. And I know a lot of people out there, Aaron, since you are new here to Kinston, they want to find out a little bit about you. It starts way back in high school, a first-round draft pick of the St. Louis Cardinals, and you tried to follow your dream and made it all the way to the major league.
I did. I had a good career as far as I'm concerned. I suffered a lot of injuries, which slowed down my progression to the major leagues. But I was fortunate to get there. I got there I was drafted in '90, got to the major leagues in '96 for just a cup of coffee, as they say, and then battled in the minor leagues for another 9 years, AAA all those years, and finally found my way back to the major leagues. So I'm very happy about how my career ended up. You know, we all would love to have more major league experience, more major league service time, but you know, for all the guys I was able to play alongside of, to play against, to work with, you know, I'm very fortunate to be able to pass that experience on to these younger guys.
And I would think that's a big part of your managerial style in the bank of knowledge. You go back on the fact that, hey, you know what it takes to get these guys to AA, to AAA, and then to the majors. I imagine that helps you relate and also helps you get through.
It does. You know, it allows me to be able to express to them, you know, the true meaning of perseverance, you know, to make sure that they're going out and striving to accomplish their dreams, no matter what setbacks they may have, whether injury, whether they're not an everyday guy, whether they're returning, you know, to the same level for a year, even 2 years, you know, just to keep battling, keep working hard, because, you know, your dreams will be accomplished if you set out to accomplish those dreams. You know, nothing's going to be given to any of us in life, whether it's baseball, whether it's in the real world, you know. So that's my goal, is to make sure I'm helping these young players to strive and become better men and upstanding citizens, you know, in this world, compared to just strictly a baseball player, because there's more important things in baseball. You know, we're here to play baseball, but for them to grow as young men is very important to me, and that's one thing I think I can give back to these guys.
It must be exciting for you as well. Now you are working your way up the minor league ladder as a manager. This is your first year at Kinston. It's your first year in High A as a manager, and all those things coming together, a good place to make your next move.
Very true. I'm excited about the move. I was in Lake County for the last 2 years. I'm excited to get promoted. You know, we all enjoy being recognized, and you know, we're thankful for every opportunity that we have. And you know, just to continue my steady progression to the major leagues. You know, I've always said, whether I repeat a level for 20 years, you know, I'll be content with that. I'm going to strive to do better, but I'm not just going to be stagnant and not work just because I'm at a certain level. And for me to get this opportunity to come here to Kinston, you know, in front of these great people, I know they truly love baseball here, and to hopefully put them out a product that's going to compete and going to succeed is a blast for me.
Aaron, give us kind of the overview of this 2010 Kinston team. As usual, some new names and faces.
It's an exciting time. You know, we're very thrilled to be here. We've assembled a great group of guys, players, staff. We've got a good combination of starting pitching. Our bullpen should be solid, as well as defensively. I think we'll catch the ball, throw the ball across the diamond. We've got some guys that can swing the bats, you know.
Aaron, first of all, when you talk about the pitching, I think that's the thing that really jumped up on me. I know they have to perform on the field, and rankings sometimes get jumbled up with minor league players. But when you look at your starting rotation, you've got 5 guys that are thought very highly of in this organization. Kind of go over the pitching rotation and how excited you are to have those starters.
Well, we're going to start off with Nick Hagedorn. He was a guy that was traded for Victor Martinez last year with the Boston Red Sox. Left-handed pitcher, very powerful arm. Has a good slider, mixes in a changeup also, but you know his fastball tops out at about 97 or so. So you see some great life out of his arm. He's on a pitch count. He's coming off of arm troubles a couple years ago, so we're going to make sure we take care of him. So Joey Mihalik will piggyback with him. I'm sure some of you fans here saw Mihalik last year. Third starter will be Alex White, first rounder last year. You know, local guy, so it'd be nice to have some fans here that recognize him and have some people to fill the ballpark up when he's out pitching. Fourth starter, TJ House, he's a left-handed pitcher. Has a good little life in his fastball also, mixes in a good changeup and off-speed pitch, keeps guys off balance. But all in all, the starting pitching, you know, that's what we're going to depend on, those guys going out, giving us 5, 6, maybe even seven solid innings, and play some defense behind them, swing the bats. And, you know, like I said, we're very excited. It's going to be a great time, great 2010 season.
Well, Chris, thanks a lot for that. And you look at Aaron, I mean, he's had a great season so far in the organization. I mean, he's in Kinston. But the best thing about him is he talks about perseverance. He's been around for baseball a long time. And what I understand is, in perseverance, I was the same way. I wasn't drafted, and I mean, it took me a long time to get to the big leagues. And, you know, he's the same way. And it's awesome to see that when you have somebody like that in this organization.
Yeah, a lot of positive reviews on Aaron Holbert, to say the least. All right, we'll take a break here with Indians Minor League Magazine. When we come back, he's been kind of the forgotten man in the CC Sabathia trade. Now Rob Bryson is working his way to the major leagues. He's in Kinston right now, but we caught up with him while he was in Lake County. We'll hear from him next.
Beautiful. 26, 36 feet per second up.